Hello everybody, this is Nate P, and I'm back with another MRE review. I'm really excited this week, not only because I got a shipment of 6 different MREs with lots of ideas of what to do with them, but this one in particular has been something I have had my eye on. It is menu number 17, pork sausage patty with maple flavor. I'm excited about this because it is breakfast, and I love breakfast. But I'm also excited for the recipe I'm going to be making, which is sausage gravy. Our MRE this time is made by Sapaco in South Carolina, and if we look at the packaging date, hopefully you can see that there. It is packaged on the 162nd day of 2015. Yeah, 2015. So pretty fresh. Trying to get my camera to focus there. Pretty fresh, and yeah, let's just dig right in. We've got our nifty peelable seal here. We'll see how well this goes. They actually do come open. There's our look inside. Oh yes! Awesome. Okay, right off the bat we got some crackers. I'm super stoked about that. Accessory packet, which we'll look at in a minute. Flameless ration heater. And where's our good old buddy? Hey, there he is. It's G. Schultz. We've got a hot beverage bag, so that probably means there's coffee. I'm really excited about that. Cheese spread. I gotta confess, I'm not that excited about cheese spread. It's, I could take it or leave it. We've got a carbohydrate electrolyte beverage powder, lemon lime. We've got nut raisin mix. We've got our sausage patty, and this has a best by date. Wow, that's hard to read. Looks like December 5th. Really hard to read. I don't even know if I can get my light to kind of shine on this better. That is super hard to read. I think it's like December of 15 or 16 maybe. I don't even know. And finally we have a maple nut muffin. Super excited about that as well. Okay, so this is all looking pretty good, but how about if we try to get it out on a plate? Okay, one thing I forgot at the bottom of the MRE bag is our table syrup. So let's start with our accessory pack. I've been super excited to have breakfast pack, also because I'm hoping to get coffee. So we've got our book of matches. Okay, we got coffee, and I am super interested in this. This is not a brand I have ever seen in MRE. I'm not any kind of expert, of course, but what is that? It's not regular kind of coffee instant or even Taster's Choice. The brand is Genial Instant Coffee. Flower Mound, Texas is where it's produced. Yeah, I don't know. That's really interesting. Let's check that out for sure. We got a packet of sugar. Moist towelette, which I didn't use in my first MRE review. I'm definitely going to use that today. Salt. Cream non-dairy dry. Definitely going to use this. And of course our napkins / toilet paper. So, let's get started with our drinks. And I'm going to go with the isotonic drink first. And I've actually got an idea for this a little bit later on. Hopefully we're going to find one of these later. But let's turn this into a drink first. It smells super citrusy, like almost burns my nose. Got our powder right there, you can see that. Good old instant coffee. Yeah, nice fine grain. Get some hot water in it. I'm not sure exactly how much water I'm putting in. It's about a mug full. Give that a nice stir. Get it mixed up pretty good. Creamer, non-dairy, dry. So I think I've been watching a few too many of Steve 1989's reviews. I'm always slightly worried about dairy products now. This only being about 2 or 3 years old. Probably don't need to worry. Now, this might be a little bit sacrilegious, but I don't like sugar in my coffee, so I'm not going to end up using the sugar. And I only like a very small amount of cream. Again, call me sacrilegious, but that's what I call a nice cup of coffee. And I mean, I can't help myself. I gotta give this a taste. This is nice and smooth. Decent roast. You know, I guess I've never really had anything other than the MRE coffee here. So it's, you know, it's good. It's not super harsh, it's not super bitter. Really nice and drinkable. But let's move on next to our isotonic drink. Now the instructions for this call for 12 ounces of water. See our isotonic drink there. 12 ounces of water, which is what I do have here. I've actually measured that out because the last drink I had seemed really strong. So maybe I didn't have quite enough water. I don't know. Man, look at that. This is one of those things that doesn't quite translate on video. I'm looking at this and it looks like Mountain Dew or something. On the camera it looks a little bit more like a I don't know, kind of a weak orange drink or something. Up next, we've got our crackers. I am super stoked about this. Hoping to get a little bit of a hiss going on. But first we need to make a little bit of room. Oh, awesome. Nice hiss. Got our crackers there. Pretty basic kind of crackers. Get them out on our plate. Oh, well, looks like we got some casualties here. That's okay though. So I see what some of you guys are saying, that modern MRE crackers just don't hold up, huh? I mean, this is like little tiny crumbles, huh? The Maple Muffin TFF. I was reading a post recently on MRE info forums on MREs, and I don't remember who the poster was, but they had an applesauce muffin or something like that, just like really super different, kind of rare sort of a thing. But okay, this makes more sense. Did I misread this? No, it definitely says TFF. Okay, so this is supposed to be a muffin top, duh, but it says muffin TFF. I don't get it. So kind of like an MRE pound cake. Got a little desiccant packet there. Smells like amazing maple flavor. So good. I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, now let's take a look at the nut raisin mix. So I've heard mixed things about this nut raisin mix, that it's, you know, not so stellar, or maybe that the raisins can be super dry, or the nuts can be really kind of basic and whatnot. So we got a, you know, mostly peanuts, as you might expect. Got some decent looking almonds. Got some, you know, some raisins in there too. Okay, now we have the main course, our sausage patty. We need to get into our flameless ration heater, so we're going to get that set up momentarily here. Get our bag open here. Got our heating element there. Now, if I were smart, I would have taken that muffin top, kept it in the actual bag that it came in, and heated it up in there. I didn't think to do that. So unfortunately I don't have a rock to put this up against, so I guess I need to find something. And we've got our FRH set up. Hissing away there. We're going to set this up on our or something, which is our salt cellar. We'll come back and check on this in about 15 minutes. Okay, so let's start checking out some of these side items we have. I'm really interested in this isotonic beverage first. That's really good. That's a nice kind of citrusy lemon lime flavor. That's really, really good. That's super tasty. Of course, we got our coffee, still nice and hot. Smells great. It smells like chocolate almost. It's really, really nice. It's a nice, mild, kind of inoffensive coffee. Okay, next, let's try part of an MRE cracker here. Decent looking little cracker. Yeah. That's good, actually. I mean, it's nothing fantastic. It's not like earth-shatteringly delicious, but it's really just a vehicle for a topping or a spread or something. Very dry in the mouth, though. I'm sure they probably don't intend you to eat that just plain, because I mean, man, it'd just like suck out all of the juices is not the right word. It'll suck out all the moisture in your mouth. Take a look at our maple muffin tofu, or top. Nice and moist. Much more moist than the pound cake I had. They did with the ladyfingers. Oh yeah. Oh, holy crap. Oh my gosh. That is so crazy. Wow. This is like amazing. Oh man. Holy cow. This has such an interesting texture to it. I think I said in the earlier episode when we did MRE pound cake that it was kind of mealy tasting, which it was, and this has a very similar kind of texture, but yeah, I don't know, it's, wow, it's so, almost has a texture of it having been soaked in maple syrup, which maybe is what they're going for, but that is really, really tasty. Okay, let's check out next our nut raisin mix. So we got a little bit of everything there. Got a couple peanuts, a couple almonds, raisin. Yeah, that's okay. They're roasted. The almonds and the peanuts. Peanuts have a really good roasty peanut flavor, but there's no salt at all, which is kind of weird. I was expecting it to be salty peanuts, and it's not. So we've got our MRE cheese spread here. Give that a good knead. I might even try something crazy and do like a maple sausage muffin cheese creation here. Throw some cheese spread up on it. Yeah, it's pretty good. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of MRE cheese spread, so that extra texture added to it gives it, kind of reminds me of combos, actually. Yeah, a little bit like that. Weird. Okay, so last but not least, we have our table syrup. I wonder why they don't call it maple syrup. Maybe one of you can let me know that. Like, what is the distinction between table syrup and maple syrup? Is maple syrup some kind of like copyrighted, you know, official thing, like how real champagne is supposed to come from Champagne, France, that kind of thing? It's kind of like a Mrs. Butterworth. It's a standard kind of grocery store syrup. I'm actually going to put this in a little nifty metal ramekin, so that I'm not trying to get maple syrup and the sausage and everything else sort of all over the place here. I was just thinking about this menu compared to the last one. This seems to make a little bit more sense to me, and maybe that's just because I've had more ration food or whatnot, but You've got, you know, your maple sausage muffin top that's maple flavored. You got some nuts, sort of a granola-y kind of a thing. You got a, you know, decent little isotonic drink if you don't like caffeine. This menu seems to make a lot more sense. Okay, so it's been about 10 or 15 minutes. Let's get our sausage out of its FRH. And the tear tabs are, looks like there's one up in the corner here that you'd pull straight across, which doesn't make that much sense to me, but here we go, I guess. That tore out pretty nice. Oh man, that actually looks pretty great, I gotta say. I was expecting like really bland, not seared, you know, just kind of a meh sausage patty. And then there's like a ton of, you know, fat, water probably. It kind of tastes mapley as well. I want to give the sausage a try here first, so we'll just cut on into that. And you know, it's not so hot that I can't use my hands. And you know, in an effort to show you guys what this looks like, that's pretty good. That's actually really good. It is something close to like a McDonald's sausage patty. Maybe not quite as spicy, but that's really good. So here's the ultimate test though. How is this going to work as kind of a makeshift McGriddle? We got our MRE cheese. This might be the worst mistake I've ever made. Let's see, we got our MRE cheese, sausage, bam. Oh yeah, that is the way to do it. Whoever like came up with this menu, genius. It is so good. That is exactly the kind of food I'd want in the morning. If I'm gonna have breakfast and have a nice kind of weekend type breakfast, that is exactly what I want. And if I was a soldier up at stupid o'clock in the morning, that would be the kind of breakfast I'd like. That would be, oh, that's awesome. That is really, really good. This is leagues ahead of the tuna MRE. This is so, so good. Man, this is a great menu. I mean, this is absolutely the best. So next, we're going to take our leftover sausage patty and we're going to make a nice sausage gravy. So here's something I didn't get to review in my last MRE. Our moist towelette. That sausage, you know, it's kind of greasy and whatnot, so this will be nice and handy. You know, it's a pretty standard towelette. Smells like not much, maybe vaguely like alcohol. It's a good strong, well, mostly strong material. It's nice. Okay, so we've got our lovely sausage gravy here with MRE sausage. I know some of you are saying, well, you gotta have biscuits with that too. Fortunately, I don't have any biscuits. I do have some toast. That'll be our substitute biscuit there. I might even try dipping the last little bit of this awesome muffin top in there too. First, I'm gonna give our sausage gravy a taste. I'm a little bit worried about this because, as you may or may not be able to tell, I am not Southern. I've made sausage gravy, or what I'd call sawmill gravy, before, but I kind of rushed it this time. Let's see how that's going to taste. Yeah, it's pretty good. Sausage gravy, the gravy of it, is just a vehicle for flavor, right? So what I'm getting the most is the sausage flavor. The actual gravy kind of, you know, goes away after a while. Now let's get a little bit of that onto our toast here. Delicious. Take this, crumble it up into the rest of this. A little bit easier. Yeah, that's the way to do it. So I know that there is a sausage gravy, MRE. If any of you guys have had that, please tell me that it comes with this maple muffin top, because that is the best thing you could ever eat. Oh my goodness. Tell you what, I'm gonna go even crazier here. Let's go all out there. Put some of the table syrup in with that. I saw a post the other day on the MRE forum asking how often do you eat MREs, and believe it or not, I am on a low carb diet, so this is my like one time in a week that I'll eat something like this. So one last thing I forgot from last week again, like the moist towelettes, was the gum. Yeah, nice soft bite. Whoa, that's a really strong mint flavor. Holy crap. It's like you squeezed a tube of toothpaste in your mouth. And it's like shockingly refreshing. Okay, well that's it for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the recipe. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I know I'm going to have at least another review coming out pretty soon. So once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.